Yeah.
Okay. Right. So let's start today. Sorry for the technical glitch. Swati wasn't able to come online early enough. There was some internet problem from her end, so we're starting a little late compared to usual. So thank you, Justin Ji, for joining in, though we are a little behind schedule.
My pleasure, Ramesh, brother
So,
Ramesh. Thank you.
most right. So I'll start off with a school prayer because Swati is her internet connection is quite slow today. So please sit straight with your back, neck, and head aligned. This is the famous Theosophical Society prayer that identifies all of us as a soul, that hidden light. Take a nice deep breath and let go. Observe the silence within. It's the language of that hidden light, soul. Oh, hidden light, vibrant in every atom. Oh, hidden light, shining in every creature. Oh, hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feels himself as one with thee know that he's also one with every other. Let us connect with our higher selves, that inner wisdom, that hidden light that we just spoke about. Remain in that space of silence. It is a very powerful practice that we can revisit, and we should revisit quite a few times a day. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Let our higher selves, our inner wisdom, guide us to get the best out of this satsang. I thank all those present for coming today, for maintaining the space where we come to share these vibrations that raise our consciousness so that we can go back in turn and support all those around us to raise their consciousness. For that is one of the most important tasks in this day and age, and our bounden duty as well as seekers. So we have today with us our friend and fellow satsangi, Akshat ji. I didn't really know so much about him and the details about him before, but just to give you a brief intro, I was quite impressed when I went through it. Akshat Hegde ji, a remarkable individual whose life embodies courage, acceptance, and unwavering faith in the journey of self-growth. Born in 92 in the quiet town of Sirsi, Karnataka, Akshat was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at a young age. What could have been a story of limitation became a story of limitless strength. Through years of therapy, challenges, and self-reflection, he has learned that life's true measure is not in physical ability, but in mental resilience. With every step, he has shown that different is not less. It's simply a different rhythm of grace, determination, and willpower. Over the years, Akshat ji has become a voice of inspiration for many, especially for those who believe life has been unfair to them. He turned pain into purpose, and every setback into a lesson of patience and guidance. His passion for reading, his deep reflections on the Bhagavad Gita, and his commitment to spreading positivity make him a beacon of light for anyone facing adversity. Today, as he shares his story, may we all be reminded that life's true beauty lies in acceptance, in rising each day with hope, and in choosing peace over complaint. Let us welcome Akshat with heartfelt warmth and respect.
Thank you,
So,
sir. Thank
namaste,
you. Namaste.
namaskar
Thank
Akshat
you.
Aure.
Namaste.
And just to highlight today that our satsang is about, Akshat ji will be taking us through the Bhagavad Gita. It's about empowerment from the learnings of the Bhagavad Gita. And I'll be your host for today. My name is Ramesh RK. So we are very happy to have Akshat ji with us to share his wisdom. Over to you, Akshat ji.
Namaste. Thank you all. Thank you, Ramesh ji, for welcoming me. Uh, Today I'll focus on how uh, Bhagavad Gita will relevant to our life and also to the people with a physical disability. The Bhagavad Gita might be 5,000 years old, but it's a its questions and its answers are most modern.
Akshat ji, could you just go back a little bit? You're not able to see your full face, only the eyes on top
Okay.
of the head.
Okay.
A little further back. Yeah. That's better. Yes, thank you. And also to update everybody that we will be on mute largely, and the question and answer session towards the end of the satsang will then be thrown open, at which time we'll unmute. It would be nice, of course, to have your videos on. Thank you. Akshat ji.
The Bhagavad Gita might be 5,000 years old, but questions are the most modern and its answers also very modern. We still struggle with when Arjuna stands confused on the battlefield. We see ourselves in him, confused about career, relationships, or decision making, emotions, and responsibilities. The Gita is not just a religious scripture, it is a psychology guide, it's a management manual, and a spiritual compass. Today, many people say they feel stressed, overwhelmed, or lost in such moments. We turn to motivational videos, therapies, we go to psychologists, counselors, productivity tips, or books on success. But the core idea of peace, clarity, and action were already answered beautifully by Krishna. Each verse of Gita teaches how to live with purpose, handle anxiety, and remain balanced even when the world around us is chronic. And then let us see how it will be relevant to physically challenged people. Even with a physical limitation, the Gita has reminded that inner strength is not a body, and body alone does not decide one's potential. The journey becomes an example of courage and mental restlessness for Arjuna, Arjuna's transformation. So, in this way, when we take Gita even for normal people or a physically challenged people. Uh, it is a journey of transformation. Because Arjuna also initially thought that he is only a body, and even the people with physical disabilities also feel that okay, some part of my body is not working, my legs are not working, my hands are not working. How will be the my life, and what are the how I can face the challenges of life. But when they realize the soul is more powerful than the body, it is a life transformation journey. And then we feel that, okay, the battlefield is outside, but the Krishna says the battlefield is inside. Kurukshetra represents the battlefield of mind. Every day we fight between comfort, responsibility, desire, discipline. Arjuna's confusion is a mirror for modern dilemmas. Sometimes a student unsure which career to choose faces internal war himself. So, and society's expectations becomes internal war, and relatives doubts becomes teachers, and fears becomes enemies. Yes, because when society expect us to do their according to their wish, and when we take it into our mind, and we go to some other career, or career which is not we are passionate about. For example, we are going through AI nowadays, and we go to do AI because AI is blooming, or my relative said, or my friend is doing AI course, so I will join AI. But I don't have the passion for AI. Then what will happen is the disaster. That is what the Krishna says. The battle inside us is a Kurukshetra. Every day is a Kurukshetra battle. But how we should overcome it? The in the Bhagavad Gita they say that whatever you do, do with passion. So we have to identify the passion. And then let us see how physically challenged people have that, you know, dilemma in this kind. They have all the above dilemma, and in addition to their inner battle often induce self-doubt, social judgment, and physical challenges. The Gita shows them the real victory of overcoming inner obstacles, not the physical ones. Yes, Gita never says that it will cure any disease or any disability, but it will charge our soul and our mind uh, in such a way that we can lead almost normal life. When I say normal life, it is not about not taking physical help while climbing the steps, or somebody who is sitting in the wheelchair, he cannot, he will move independently. It is not my meaning. But while taking that help, how to accept the situation gracefully and not to feel bad for ourselves. That is what Gita says. Because the account of karma is created by God, and our uh, wish, our actions and wish. So that it has been highlighted by Gita. And then another message is there, dharma. When I say dharma, it is not religion. It is doing what is right. But unfortunately, in today's world, doing what is right is not easy. Dharma means righteousness, duty. Krishna advises Arjuna to focus what is right rather than what is comfortable. Yes, exactly. Because, for example, I will give a small example. If I have to do like 100, I have to count 100 rupees note of 10. Uh, if I put it into a machine, it will give in 10 seconds how many notes are there. But if I have to double check and I have to be truthful to my duty, I have to count it manually. In the same way, that means we should not go to the easy and comfort things. In the same way, another message is also there. Doctor must serve the patients during emergencies. Student must study sincerely. Parents has to brought up their children with a great care and responsibility. How this will incorporate the physically handicapped people? The right dharma is accepting the condition without self blame. It looks a very simple sentence, but it has lot of deeper meaning. It doesn't say that people with disabilities should always be positive. They should not have any grief, or they should not lose any confidence any day. And they should not blame for their situations. It comes in the mind, not only in this situation, something bad happens, why me, or why it is coming to me. But we have to face that with a very good line of a Bhagavad Gita, that Udaret Atmanatmana. So when I am intended to do my life better, whatever the situation is, I won't blame. Even though I blame for some time, I realize, okay, it is an opportunity. Every challenge is an opportunity. For example, relevant to differently able people, some people cannot write their exams uh, by their own. They have to hire a scribe. They may feel that, okay, I'm hiring the scribe, and I feel shame that I cannot write my own exams. But they can think in this way that, okay, God has given the one responsibility less. He has given someone to write my exam, but I can show my performance in the examination by my intellect, and I can focus more so that my writing work is not reduced. So I can focus on the studies more, and I can have better chance of scoring more than the normal people. And they have to have the faith that the purpose of life is important rather than the physical body and physical outlook. And there is one uh, important aspect of Bhagavad Gita, that is Karma Yoga. How we should be doing work without stress. Karma Yoga teaches action without attachment to result. Anxiety comes when we focus on outcomes, not efforts. The employees waiting for promotion suffers stress. The the one focused on learning works is very peaceful and exhale naturally. I will elaborate more with some example. It is so easy that, okay, you should not have any attachment on karma or work, but how to implement it. For example, in my own experience, when I was working in some company, uh, they used to give a lot of work, like around 10, 10 a.m. to around 8 p.m. Then I found how to do the work-life balance. It was very challenging. Then I decided I will log out at 6:30, whatever the result may be. I won't attach with my worldly karma too much because whatever the job we are doing, whatever the food we are eating, whatever the life we are living is because of grace of God. What is the point when you overlook the real qualities of soul? Real qualities of soul are happy, anxiety free, and stress free. There is a very big cause of stress. What if my boss removes me from work? Are we not potential enough to survive with any other skill if a company removes? That is what the modern education is not teaching the skills. That is why we are going into the stress. And when it comes to differently able people or a employee who is weak, for example, every employee cannot finish 10 files in 1 hour. Some may finish 5 files or 5 works in 1 hour. They may work in a different pace, different ways. But Karma Yoga teaches that sincere effort is equal for all. Their contribution is measured by dedication, not by physical capacity or the quantity. The contribution is measured by always the quality of work. And then Krishna says about Jnana Yoga, how we can implement our knowledge and how knowledge helps to have a better personality. Knowledge is a true identity. Jnana Yoga separates body, mind, and soul. The body changes, but the soul remains eternal. Modern people feel insecure due to material labels, salary, appearance, beauty, achievements, their cars. True identity is beyond the temporary things. It is very easy to say. And you may ask me, the people will give more respect if I have more money, if I have a very good car, and if I have lot of uh, you know power. What is the use of this jnana yoga? It is not like that. Krishna never said that you should not earn or you should not have luxurious life. But he explains that only soul and the knowledge and the work you done for the society will be eternal, and it is a identity, uh, a permanent identity. If you want to buy a car or make money, make it in a right way. Make it in such a way that it is helpful to you personally and helpful to society as well, and helpful to nation as well. For example, if I do one medical shop and I employ one person, I contributed to the nation. And if I work in some company and in that salary, if I give something to poor people, I contributed to nation. And if I know that only 4 lakh car is enough to travel, but I take 8 lakh car just to show people that I have this branded car. It is not a good way. In this additional 4 lakh, I have done lot of anadhanam or some other seva to some other people. That is what the Jnana Yoga says. And when it comes to physically handicapped people, it says the soul is complete, strong, and untouched. Everyone who has born in this earth can have the connection with God. It is not your not on your body or not on your karmas or not on your present situation. If you desire, you can have the connection with God. And when it comes to worldly life, again the same message that if you have the skills which we can you can do, or you have the knowledge, the world will respect you in spite of your disability. And another message, Bhagavad Gita says that Bhakti Yoga, connecting to the something higher. Bhakti is a devotional action with love and surrender. It is the way of transforming daily action into worship. When work is dedicated to higher purpose, God, humanity, values, it becomes joyful and meaningful. Yes, we feel that bhakti means just offering some flowers to God, or we uh, we may light diyas and many external things. We may worship God in our like our rituals. It is not wrong. It is a first step. It is like going to the primary school or LKG. And what is the next step? Are we connecting to the higher soul, which we call as a Paramatma, uh, by using these methods of worship and meditation and some healings and many other methods like yoga, whatever you do, or are we offering prayers or thanks when we doing work or meditation? This is what it says. Because sometimes you feel that, okay, someone comes to your home, you feel very happy. And some people come to your home, you don't feel, okay, why this person has come to my home. Why it is happening? Because of their connection between the universe. Because universe is a source of energy. Who is the source of energy is the Paramatma. And when physical strength is limited to differently able people, it becomes uh, very another tool to differently able people to make devotional as a primary source of energy, and it gives them to connect the higher self. Controlling the mind, the true battle. Yes, it is so difficult. Like, for example, uh, in modern days, we get very much distracted from internet, television, OTTs, and many more. And Arjuna also says the same at that time because he saw his own. He says that mind is hard to control. Krishna says practice and practice, practice and practice the detachment. And today's word, social media, overthinking, and lack of compassion, peace, and many other things are destroying our happiness, and it is overcoming the controlling of mind. And how to handle this challenge, because it is very easy to say that okay, do meditation or do some affirmation work or write some journals. These are the general advices which we get in YouTube, but is it so easy? Is it so easy? Because when you close your eyes for meditation, lot of thought will come. And yes, uh, over the period of time, the thought will disappear as we progress in that. But what we can do initially, apart from this, these are the methods, meditation and all. Uh, you can do like, for example, in the context of practical thing, just think when some bad thought or some disturbance comes, is it really relevant to my life? How I feel when I have that thought. For example, if you see some bad incidents photo in social media, do you feel happy or anxiety? Or you see uh, some r- rock star music or very loud noise, how you feel? You feel uneasy. And or if you get distracted from the work or anything while reading, and you feel bored after certain time, you can relax and come back, that is okay. But without any reason, for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you cannot concentrate on any reading or work. You just think, what will happen if I do it regularly again and again? The boss will remove me from the work, and if they remove me from the work, I don't have anything to eat. Is it a right way? And I will go to the next level. I will steal someone's money. What will happen? I will be punished by the law. Is it a good life to live? So, to understand the value of life, just see your see the images of hospital, see the images of jails, or see the images of poverty once a month at least, so that you can count your blessings with your subconscious mind. Yes, physical disability can be initially meant give the mental stress, and mind control techniques will help to calm down. Yes, to addition to that, it is not accepting and all. Sometimes after accepting also we feel okay. There are a lot of uh, thoughts coming on disability or my difficulty, any kind of difficulty. some may have difficulty in relationship, or some may have financial difficulty. Uh, just take a pen and paper and write all that thought which came, and just write a solution. Like, for example, financial. Okay, I have to pay a 10,000 loan in this month. So my income is around 7,000, and uh, I can pay the EMI up to 5,000. How can I do the arrange 5,000? Just write it down. Like, can I borrow 5,000 from anyone else? Or can I go any other part-time work to earn that 5,000? Or apart from that, you can also request the bank that, okay, this time I cannot pay full EMI. Next time I will add another 5,000. I will pay 15,000. So these are the solutions which will come. And then the universal form, larger perspective has given. Krishna reveals his universal form to show everything is incorporated, guided by the higher order. Yes, means we feel that, okay, today I took the session, or uh, people who are listening to me say that, okay, I attended the session, I joined the Zoom meeting. No, because until and unless you are guided towards this path, or if the God has not decided that I should deliver the lecture today and you have to listen, it won't work. So do your work and have the larger perspective. What are that larger perspective? Life without ego, life without hatredness, life without uh, negative thought, life without another dilemma. For example, we feel that we feel okay, I quarreled with him and I won, but how much energy we are wasting on that, and it is waste of time also, waste of energy also, health wise, physically, mentally, and it will create a chain of karma for your next janma also, because it is beautifully given that uh, you will eat the fruit of karma. We feel that, okay, God has not given anything in this life, I'm escaped from that action. Karma is not on just action, it is also a thought. If you uh, have bad thought and someone else, that is also affects. And you may ask me that why always good people get lot of troubles, not you know not others. For example, who takes bribe will be happy and all, because it is really wrong, because he knows that he has taken bribe. He might misguide the police, he might misguide the society, but in his inner self is not be peaceful. And when if you lose your peace, what is the use of 100 days or 1,000 days of living? You will be in always fear, and you will be in tension that what if he knows it about that, what if the police will caught me. This is what the Krishna says. And for physically handicapped people, it is given that their Body is not be a limitation. It should be seen as in the larger perspective. For example, if if a person is physically handicapped, someone says, okay, or he has some disease, it his karma. We can also think like this: why we can't thank him because he carried the karma of the society, because society also did some bad things like tree cutting, polluting the air, or doing some mischiefs. This is also the another perspective. And he has given three gunas of human nature: sattva, raja, and tama. You know that, but how easily we can have the lesson for day to day life. For example, sattva means clarity, raja means restlessness, and tamas means laziness. For example, a building is made of a low quality cement. It will be collapsed in 2 months. And medium quality cement, for example, it is done in a very quick way. It should be inaugurated in so and so date, and they did in very quickly. It happens, it will collapse in 1 year. But when you scientifically plan and do the building, your building will last for longer. In the same way, if you have the clarity in mind, like a sattvic, clarity in action and clarity in thinking and clarity in speaking, your life will be better. And even though if you have some bad karmas or whatever it is, or bad time, you'll handle the situation better than the people who don't follow the Bhagavad Gita. And last and final, not the least, the decision making, how we should make the decision. Decision must be reflected with clarity, dharma, detachment, and long term harmony. Choosing a career should match one's talent, nature, and purpose. For example, in career, it has given. What is dharma then? It is not a religion. For example, I will do the decision like I am an HR and I feel one employee is late by 15 minutes. Should I mark her as a leave today or should I let it go? And detachment. And should I attach that, okay, I had helped this employee, he should give so much so salary, or he should give the gift to me for giving him for coming late by 15 minutes, or long-term harmony. And in another example, I feel that I should reach the destination in 10 minutes and I will rashly drive the car and some accident or some bad incident happens. Does it give long-term harmony to anyone? Or when father or mother says, read well, or boss says, do your skills more better. I'll say, I work for 5 minutes and I say, yes, I know that. But when the real situations comes, it will lose the harmony. And when it comes to physically handicapped people, it encourages to do the right decision based on their mental ability, soul ability, not because that, okay, I'm physically handicapped, I cannot become HR, I cannot become doctor, I cannot become any professional, or I cannot be spiritually evolved. This is what the Gita says. With this, I'd like to conclude. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Thank you,
Akshat,
Akshat.
excellent talk. Thank you so much. Very interesting. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, that's exactly what I also wanted to say. Thank you so much. That was really straight from the heart, and it's remarkable that you've had cerebral palsy and you've recovered from it, have you? I'm just curious to know.
Pardon?
Have you recovered completely from cerebral palsy?
No, for that, it is not any permanent recovery. But fortunately,
I see.
mine was only 40% affected. And while I was born, I was not able to walk independently. Then I had
Okay.
surgery. Then I started walking independently. And in steps and some roads or in upstairs, I need some support. Apart from that, my physical health is okay.
Wonderful. So, as a seeker who's really, because I know that when people really turn towards their own inner wisdom and higher selves, like they say, when you promote dharma, dharma will look after you. So that is
Yeah,
what we are seeing over here. That we really are a person who practically has applied Bhagavad Gita in your life. It's a very powerful manual for life, actually.
yeah, yeah.
And I think that what you've shared with us is quite extraordinary. So now we are throwing the floor open for any questions that anyone may have. If you have any questions, please do ask
I just
before
wanted to
I ask
say
the
that he
next
was
question.
very, very good. And thank you for doing this for us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your name, please? We can just see your Zoom, sir.
My name is Kashmira Irani.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Any questions that you might have? Okay. So, I have a question,
Yes.
Akshat. You see, when you said, because I've been a seeker and I've gone through things, different groups, be it ISKCON or Brahma Kumaris and Transcendental Meditation. And I've heard different things from different places. But what I know is that there's nothing wrong with being rich. And when you earn money, you should earn it in a dharmic manner. And how you utilize the money would be in a manner which is supportive of dharma. So when you said, for example, whether it's a 4 lakh car or an 8 lakh car, it set me thinking that you see what is sufficient for one person may not feel sufficient. Like, for example, let's say you're born into a family where they can hardly make ends meet. Let's say, for example, if you look at a housemaid, so
Yeah.
what might be sufficient for them, what might make them feel satisfied, may not make, let's say, the child of a CEO of a company or a minister satisfied.
Yeah.
And how will you then, how will you decide what is dharmically sufficient for one person compared to the other? How does it work, as per
Yeah,
you?
for example, for example, I have the car of 4 lakhs, and it is a real life example. And my brother, who is a bureaucrat, has more money, and he has a car which is more expensive. Then the answer would be like is he does this really needed for him? For example, if he is a politician, he travels around 50 kilometers a day. For him, 4 lakhs car is enough because to travel 50 kilometers, 4 lakh car is enough. But he is a senior politician. He needs more comfort in a car. He needs a car of 8 lakhs. So we should think, is this really needed for me or not? Yes, agree that uh, uh, the satisfaction levels are different. That is what they said, like Mada Matsarya Moha Loba. The Moha, when Moha comes, we will do more and more things. For example, in iPhone also you can make calls. In Samsung phone also you can make calls. There is no much difference. But when you attach so much that okay, I should show in front of the society I'm rich. I have this brand, and the ego is so high. Then only we go beyond material things. Like a 1,000 rupees watch also shows the time. 10,000 rupees watch also shows the time, same time. But why? Because the people are, uh, you know attached with moha, loba, and other things. And they clearly said it is not so easy for all the souls to overcome that. So that souls comes in that category in this Dharma. And as process of yugas is coming, like it is Kali Yuga, and it is quite natural also.
Yeah, understood. So it depends really on probably how the individual perceives this, isn't it? Be it a 4 lakh car or an 8 lakh car. I mean, this is a very practical question, so I'm asking you.
Yeah.
That if they respond to it in a non-materialistic manner, as in, like, suppose it is important for their duty, their role in society, with their immediate family or relatives or friends or the community, if it is to support their own personal growth, then I'm understanding that it is okay. But if it is more for just supporting their lower identity, their
Yeah.
ego to grow, then it is counterproductive. Is that
Yes.
a suitable understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, because then I can probably apply it to all other areas of life. Because I've also gone through my situation where I come from a family that was wealthy, then we've gone through difficulties, financial difficulties, and even relationship and other difficulties. And I think that I've seen for many people, it is these difficulties that actually, if we choose to become a better person during
Yeah.
these difficulties and we turn towards the divine, towards the universal source of love and truth, and look for the answers, then we start growing. And it is because these difficulties are given to us that it urges many of us to grow. Otherwise, if we are in a space of
Yeah.
happiness or comfort, generally people just tend to enjoy it and not really make an effort
Yes.
to grow spiritually.
Exactly.
Yeah. So in the process, what I've observed is when, for example, I would tend towards frugality, towards not giving in to sense gratification. Like, for example, in our own household, we have a 16-year-old car, and I said, look, everything is fine. We maintained it well. We don't
Yeah.
need to, buy another one. But then I observed that, of course, when a wife insisted, and when we went and bought another nice new car, more upmarket car, the listening of the people around us changed. There was even though I didn't make any extra effort, but to speak about personal growth, but when it is presented through a window of material well-being, then the listening changed. It's the very same words that I used to say before when I drove around in a smaller car compared to saying that same thing when I drive around in a bigger car. this is what I'm perceiving. The people are more receptive. So through that, to the role that I'm playing as an influencer, as a thought leader in the community, I find it is useful to that extent. And I also have to be alert that at the same time, my own lower identity doesn't keep showing up and thinking that, oh, I'm now driving a more expensive car and I should be treated in a particular way, etc. So I remove myself from these kind of internal conversations. That is supporting me also to grow. So from that perspective, this is what I've observed, and I can apply this kind of learning into other areas of my life. That is what I wanted to, I had a question and I wanted to share that these were some of my learnings, that I should be careful that I don't get attached to the material aspects, but I use this material, what has been given to me by the divine in the best possible manner to grow and become a better person. So that is what I
Yes.
got also from what you shared.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Akshat Aure. In fact, through this conversation, I'm so glad that whoever joined today did join, because when we all come to these satsangs, it is really to share the space, to learn from people who have, through their wisdom, through their life experiences. It doesn't matter the age. Sometimes a very wise old soul might present themselves in a young body. So and of course we've had a variety of different speakers who spread the knowledge in different ways. In fact, yesterday I met Indresh Ji, who spoke to us about sun therapy. He'd actually come home. So it is wonderful to associate in this manner. So when we do come to that commitment, the satsang in this way, for those who are still here, I believe we strengthen the very purpose of these satsangs, the spiral of wisdom, and grow together as a family, a spiritual family. And this was the intent of the founder of School of Ancient Wisdom, Mama Manize. And especially when, they say that the test really for us to grow is when the Sakshi within us is able to uh, guide us in our actions when nobody is watching. Are we able to raise the consciousness of ourselves? And that is what I think we're doing. I'm so glad that we all came here today. I'm so glad that you also raised our consciousness through yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
all for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. So if there are any more questions, please do speak up, or we will now close the satsang with the Loka Samasta. I believe we're now done with the questions. So let us all sit straight with the back, neck, and head aligned. Now, through the various practices that I've been through, we've always been told that it's important. Some practices, like in the Brahma Kumaris, which I found very useful also, say that you should do this once every hour, even if it's only for a minute. Sometimes we can do, we're urged to do this before any important decision, or suppose we have a breakdown or a difficulty during the day, like we meet somebody who's really very confronting, or a situation that can be very frightening, for example. Many different situations happen to us during the day that can shake us off our inner balance, of our equipoise. At that time, it is very useful to remember this nugget of wisdom that I got from the wise people, that we just have to stop for a moment, simply sit straight, just the act of sitting straight, taking a nice deep breath. Let all your chakras align so that the energy flows through better, the divine energy, Prana Shakti. And just observe your breath, or say the Omkara and observe it. Just touching upon that inner stillness itself is so empowering. And if we make a sankalpa, and to make a sankalpa, to remember to make a sankalpa, a wish of what we want to do for that situation, what is the most desirable thing, what is the outcome? Just make that sankalpa. Just that very act of doing that and visiting that inner silence itself is enough to raise our consciousness and help us handle our situations better. So let us sit straight with our back, neck, and head aligned. If you have any prayers for your loved ones, for those in your communities who might be ill or who might have problems with finance or relationships or any other problems, remember their names, what problems they have, how do you want them to overcome that problem? Just remember that. And also send out vibrations of love and truth to the world at large while we do the local samastha. It really works. Please sit straight with your back, neck, and head aligned. Take a nice deep breath. And let go. Observe the sound of silence within, the language of the soul that connects all of us invisibly. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you all for being here today, and thank you so much, Akshat ji, for that lovely satsang and for uplifting us with your experiences on behalf of the School of Ancient Wisdom. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And for
Thank
all
you.
of us, thank you. And for all of us, the same time, same place next week. Take care and God bless. Thank you.